Okay, so this lesson is specifically designed to tackle the problem of how do we become a better piano player even on days where we can't play piano, right? There's going to be days where there's too much stuff going on, you don't have the time, you can't get to it. So there's some stuff that we can do and we can make ourselves a better player even if we cannot get in front of the keyboard. And so one of the things we're going to do, we're going to use my paper piano right here to show you how some of these ideas would equate to a piano. And then I'll show you some other stuff that you can use and some different tools and different ideas that we can use so that we can get really musical ideas that are going to help get our fingers and our brain better at playing piano, even without a piano in front of you. So, all right. So look at this like the first 5 notes of the C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very useful exercise. Okay, what that does is it trains you to go one finger at a time and to have the correct finger fire. Do it with your right hand, do it with your left hand. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You can get both of those fingers going. You can do it with both hands at the same time, right? If we were at a piano and we were practicing that type of exercise where we're going C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. So that can be done even without the piano, and we can go one finger at a time. Practice keeping your fingers down. Don't lift anything but the finger that you're trying to lift. This is great for finger coordination. Okay, now let's do it starting at the pinky, working into the thumb. Okay, this stuff will help. You need this kind of coordination to play the piano. Now let's go to another exercise. We're going to play in thirds, right? First you play C and E, then you play D and F, then you play E and G. Okay, and then so there's a book of exercises, I think it's called Schumann exercises, that will do this exact thing, where it will go up in these groups of thirds and down, and you do it with both hands, right? So your right hand and your left hand both doing the same thing. Here, I'm going to just overlap these keyboards so it just is a little bit easier to see all together. But this type of exercise, very useful, really gets that coordination going. So we can do that, these two, these two, these two. This may be a little bit more advanced. This might be something that you work up to a little bit later, or you practice really, really slow. Start with one hand, these fingers, these fingers, these fingers. Left hand. Then you put them together. Okay, so it's another exercise we can do. In the same idea with one finger at a time, okay? Get one of these grippers. One, it's also going to strengthen your fingers, which is great. So you're adding finger strength. You can use your thumb like that if you want to make it strengthen your thumb a little bit as well. It makes it a little bit harder to do. And you can do 2 at a time. All right, so top, bottom, left, right, whatever. Outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. This stuff will improve your coordination and it will 100% make you a better piano player. 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 4. Everything that we do with the right hand, we do with the left hand, right? So we'll do those groups of 2. Let's do 1 at a time. 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 at a time. Okay, and you can literally do this like an exercise to the point where you'll get your muscles tired. Outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. Great stuff, okay? 1 and 3, 2 and 4. 1 and 3, 2 and 4. What you're doing is you're training your muscles to have the coordination that they do what you want them to do. And all of this stuff, I promise you, will come in so handy a million times over at the piano. And so let's look at this one, right? So where I'm doing 2 fingers, 2 fingers, 2 fingers, 2 fingers. If we're playing the blues, right? So we're in the key of G, and we're going to go boom, 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 boom. That type of riff is going to happen all the time. And getting used to going boom, 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 like your basic blues riff, Johnny B. Good type of riff, right? Go to the 4 chord. Okay, now if you have the paper piano, you can pretty much practice stuff. And I promise you, musicians do this kind of stuff for generations. They've been doing this kind of stuff in their head. I used to do this when I played in like a bunch of bands at the same time, and I needed to remember tons and tons of songs. And I would play the recording in my ear, and I would practice my parts on my fingers and what notes I had to play, or practice my bass parts and know what notes I was going to play. So it works for other instruments as well, but super useful for piano. And all you need is a table, right? This paper is great because it's a good way to equate it to what would actually happen on a piano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5, 3, 2, 4, 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. Okay? And there's really, the only limit is your creativity in your mind. So, as a review, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. Okay? Groups of thirds, right? We're simulating this idea. Next, we are going to bring in a couple of devices that I made that I can provide for students of mine, where we can actually go over really important music theory kind of concepts. So this is to teach the first 5 notes of each scale. And this is an exercise that you would do at the piano, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, vocal exercise. Ma, 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 mi, 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 ma, that type of thing. Now we're going to go up a half step, and we're going to play what the first 5 notes would be in C sharp or D flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up to the key of D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thinking in your brain of what's this shape. What would your hand position be if you were playing in the key of D? This is a D major chord, right? If you're doing a D major, do a G major, do a D major, so that you can do a cadence. You can do all that kind of stuff, and you don't necessarily need a piano in front of you to do it. And because of the fact that you're sort of doing it in your brain, it's going to create an association in your brain that might even help you in certain ways better than doing this at the piano, because you're creating the piano in your brain. So it's just a different way of learning things, and as many different ways as you can go over stuff, it's going to help you learn it. Okay, so these are the first 5 notes in E flat major. Also, you could call that D sharp. You probably wouldn't, but you'd mostly call it E flat major. And if you want to, you can go through and practice like you were playing the scale of D flat major and work on what are your crossover points, right? If we're doing a D major scale, remember you got that C sharp on the top, okay? Left hand 2. And you can work on your fingering. So all the type of stuff that you would do at a piano, you can do here, and all you really need is a couple pieces of paper or even just a table, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, left hand. Left hand scale. Nice and slow, you don't have to rush. Go at whatever pace is good for you, okay? And work through all these ideas, and you can really reinforce the same ideas that you would get if you were at a piano. So these are the first 5 notes of the F major scale, and you're seeing this as well. So when you see this, when you imagine it, it's just getting into your brain, okay? Remember, we got that B flat on the 4th in F, okay? We can go through with the left hand as well. Everything we do with the right, we do with the left. We want to make sure that we keep those hands nice and steady. So this packet will teach you the first 5 notes in each key, but it's also just another way to exercise these fingers and get your hands to do what you want to do. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, cadence. Okay, anything that you can do at a piano, you can do here. And all of this stuff will make you a better player. And if you just have 5 or 10 minutes to sit down, even while you're having lunch, this kind of stuff will help you, and it'll reinforce these ideas. So I could practice cadences, I could practice scales, all that kind of stuff, and all I need is my brain, really. Because look, A major scale, okay? That's the way the A major scale goes. You got a C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A, right? A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. That's the scale. Take the paper away, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, A. And think those notes and play those notes in your head. Say those notes, work on your fingering for the scale, okay? Do it with your left hand. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, A, okay? And You can work this through whatever concepts you're working on at any level. And these type of ideas will work and it'll reinforce everything that you're learning, okay? Cadence. So, and I wish I had my rollout piano because I have a rollout piano somewhere, but I couldn't find it. But I just wanted to pass along this idea. I kind of had it in my head today. I was trying to solve the problem of how do you get your practice in on a day where you can't get to the piano, okay? C major cadence, right? C, E, G, reaching up to C, F, A, coming back to C, E, G, reaching down to B, D, G, okay? And that's our cadence. C, E, G, C, F, A, C, E, G, C, F, A, C, E, G, B, D, G, C, E, G. And think about that cadence even without the piano there, right? Practice this pattern. Work on your stretches. Work on your chord inversions, right? C, E, G, E, G, C, G, C, E, C, E, G, right? So, you know, there's sort of no limit to what you can do, and you can practice this stuff. You can do it with both hands, and you can reinforce the concepts that you need to get your coordination better, to get your understanding of the keys better, to get your fingers to move and do what you want them to do. And all these things will come in handy and will make you a better piano player, and you can do it even if you can't get to the piano that day. Hope that helps. Good luck.